And we are live. Thank you and welcome to Attingo Talks. Today, we have a new opportunity to share with you some really important insights. We're going to be talking about everything financial every single day, Monday to Friday. And today, we're going to be talking about the housing market during COVID-19 with Michael England, which is really awesome. So this program in this space is hosted by Joyce Padilla. She's brand and marketing. So hey, Joyce.
Hello.
Myself, I'm a financial advisor, Diana Felice, and we have Michael England. He's a real estate agent. Welcome, Michael.
Hi, how are you?
Great. And just
Awesome.
before we start, I just wanted to remember you guys who we are. We are Attingo, and we are everything financial, and we're here to really provide a social platform in a time of such need and a lot of uncertainties. And we're trying to bring in the good experts so we can provide that reliable information for you guys. So thank you all for joining us.
So, Michael, there's so much things that are going on right now with all of the changes that are happening, and we want to get it from you, from your perspective. You're in the real estate industry. Give us an overview from your point of view. What's going on?
Well, as you said, there's a lot of uncertainty. There are still people buying and selling houses, and largely it's the people that are in a position where they need to buy or sell, meaning before this happened, they may have already sold and need to now buy, or vice versa. So that's the bulk of the business, what's happening right now. Then we have another sort of fringe group of buyers that were having a very difficult time competing with all the multiple offers before this happened, and now they see this as somewhat of an opportunity to try and get in there and get a house or an apartment at a reasonable price. And then we also have some people who are maybe afraid of what's going to happen and are sort of panic selling, like downsizers who want to make sure that they get everything that they can get before the wheels fall off, as what they are thinking.
So tell me, just if you're in that circumstance, you're a homeowner and you have to sell, you're in the middle of all of this. This is not the best scenario, but what do they need to really be aware of?
Well, the process for showing a property has changed dramatically. And so now, not only do we have to sign declarations that we haven't been outside of the country and that we don't have any signs or symptoms of being sick, the buyers have to come as well. And also, what we're doing before we get to that point is it's become a really solid tool for qualifying potential buyers and sellers in terms of how badly or how much they need to do this transaction. And so a lot of times what we're doing is we as realtors are going beforehand by ourselves with our cell phones, and we're going through the properties by ourselves with the cell phones and FaceTiming clients to see if we can strike the potential property off the list, or if it's something that they want to see. So that we're limiting the number of homes that we are exposed to and our clients are exposed to, etc. So we're having to jump through quite a few more hoops than normal, but that's understandable. And
well, that's talk about getting creative in a time like this. It's trying to sell a home from home.
We talk to each other a lot about this, not only in our brokerage, but groups of realtors that know each other from other brokerages as well, and we're trying to figure out what is the best way to go about it. We still are an essential service, but we feel like there's really only some people that really should be essential in terms of buyers and sellers. We're not the judge of that, but each person needs to judge for themselves how badly they need to do something.
So Michael, let me ask you a question. For home buyers, if they are planning to buy now, taking advantage of the opportunities that exist out there, what should they be looking for?
Well, first they need to make sure that they're pre-approved, and even if and when they're pre-approved, as I was mentioning to you guys earlier off camera, is that banks are not well staffed at the moment, and so what normally would take maybe 5 banking days to have a condition waived on financing would probably take maybe 10 banking days now. So that's something to take into consideration, and you have to have a pay stub within 30 days, as they won't accept anything before that because they just simply don't believe people, and there's so many people being laid off. In fact, I had a situation last night, where we went and looked at a house, and my client was upset at his wife because his wife was scared that she might be getting laid off. And he said, well, no, you know what? We shouldn't be scared of that. Let's just go ahead and do it. And I said, well, maybe you should listen to your wife. Why don't you guys think about it overnight? And I got a call from him today, saying, I have bad news. I said, what, did your wife get laid off? He said, no, I got laid off.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow. Things got real all of a sudden.
Yeah. So you really, really need to think it through and see and make sure that you're standing on stable ground before you jump into a decision like that. It's not going to Canadian Tire and buying a toaster. It's totally different.
So if we look ahead of the game, and I know that the real estate market, the impact that we're going to be seeing, it tends to be a little slower because we're still seeing the results of like even the good numbers that happened in the early of this year. But is it a good idea to wait like 6 months, a year? I mean, maybe a year is a long time, but what's a time frame if you're really, really serious about like thinking it through properly?
Well, it depends on your particular situation because everybody's different. If I'm talking to somebody who is maybe 65 to 70 years old that are living in a house that's far too big for them, and they had been thinking about downsizing for quite a while, then, maybe right now is the right time. But if you're that age, you might be a little bit more susceptible to becoming sick from this. And so, then you have a different decision to make for your own health, is to maybe just wait that out. And then if you are renting, let's say maybe if you're a little bit younger, and you feel like, now's your chance to get a place finally and not overpay, then you know what? Yeah, that's might be a good opportunity for you. But whatever you decide to do, if you're going to do it now, you have to understand that you have far less choice to choose from in terms of inventory. Because inventory has gone down in, the areas that I cover, Milton, have dropped significantly. Every week they're dropping by 27% in terms of new listings. And what's sort of keeping the prices up is that the number of buyers or the number of deals that are happening are not decreasing by 27%. They're only decreasing by 20%. And so that's sort of what's propping up the prices still, even though they're softening in some price ranges.
So that just confirms that, good or bad, there's always a pro and a con in every circumstance. There's so much to cover in this area. If you're in a circumstance, you who's watching us, in a circumstance where you need that guidance, you need to reach out and speak to Michael England, and please do. We will definitely get you in contact with him. I'm sure that he's here to help, and there's a lot of questions that I guess every circumstance is very unique, and you can definitely speak to Michael in that regard. So thank you, Michael, so much for your insight today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Well, guys, if you think this was helpful for you, please share it. We love sharers. In fact, every Friday we're going to be giving out free giveaways for those who share the most. So please share, and until tomorrow.
So everyone, make sure that you join us tomorrow live. This week is a short week. We will not be doing the program on Friday, but we do have a giveaway for one of the sharers that we have. So please do that. This is a new project and we want to be useful, bringing reliable, good information during this time. So if you have any questions, please do. So join us again tomorrow live right here at Attingo Talks for key insights on everything financial. Thank you. Thank you, Michael.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.